Good evening. The Dolores County Broadcasting Network presents the DCTV 4-H Evening News Program for Tuesday, January 23, 2018. Camera people Devin and Daniel, video engineer, producer, and sound engineer Edward, teleprompter and prompter Myra, news anchor Nick, meteorologist Hannah, and this is the news director, the person from the New York Jets. And I have a special story today about that fine university, Texas A&M. Texas A&M just hired a new coach. That new coach is now going to receive a contract worth $75 million for the next 10 years. Now, to honor this coach's entrance to Texas A&M, he arrived at Aggieland at College Station in a Learjet with Texas A&M logo on it. He had a red carpet waiting for him and the full Aggie band playing the Aggie fight song. You would have thought the President of the United States had showed up. So there you have it, folks. If you are a Texas A&M alum or going to Texas A&M, I think you have a pretty good idea of where some of your tuition money is going. And with that, here's the news.
Post. Deer trapped in icy Colorado Lake pulled to safety by firefighters. West Metro fire rescue crews have plucked ducks from storm drains, freed animals tangled in the trees by fishing line, and pulled dogs from icy ponds, but they faced a bigger challenge on Sunday when they rescued a 4 to 5-year-old deer stuck in ice fridge in frigid water at Lake Woods Main Reservoir. Lake Wood Animal Control Officer Jason Gerlach said a predator, most likely a coyote, chased the deer out onto the ice that couldn't support its weight. The buck was able to stand in the water, but was cold, tired, and unable to free itself. Alert Walker notified West Metro Fire Rescue the deer's situation. There's a picture behind me. Run Socialing Department spokeswoman said a rescuer broke a path through ice to the deer before hooking a lasso, usually used to corral dogs around its antlers. The hardest part was getting the deer turned around and head back to shore, so Socialing said. Dominic Mercedes and Von Pilk showed up for their daily walk around the reservoir and witnessed rescue, which Dominic Von Pitchell filmed and shared the West Metro Fire Rescue. We got amazing first responders, he said. As the rescuers got the deer back on dry land, animal control officers wrapped him in blankets and put him in the back of their van. Brennick said the deer was exhausted and hypothermic, but it looked to 3 hours warm and he was released, Greg said. Socialing said the rescue should serve as a warning, stay off the ice. Ice is not safe this time of year, she said. If a deer can fall through, you can fall through. Following stories from the Cortez Journal. Skywatchers are getting a lunar trifecta, supermoon, blue moon, and eclipse. Skywatchers will get a rare sight on Wednesday, January 31st, when the sky will display the moon in 3 unusual ways: a supermoon, a blue moon, and a total lunar eclipse. First will be a supermoon, a moon that appears at its largest to observe because its elliptic orbit is closer to Earth. Second, and will be on the second full moon in 1 calendar month. So it's a familiar nickname Blue Moon. Blue Moon occurs about every 3 years. January's first full moon occurred January 1st. But on the full early morning of January 31st, this blue moon, will appear not blue, but literally spectacular red instead. This is because it will be totally immersed inside Earth's shadow, creating a total lunar eclipse low in our western sky before dawn. It will be the blue moon, total lunar eclipse of a blue moon in the U.S. since March 1866. The eclipse will be visible from the west coast to eastern Asia, but as view will be in the west. Skywatchers in the Midwest and East will see only a partial eclipse because the moon will set before totality. Here are the critical times to watch the amazing event. At 3:51 Mountain Time, the moon will begin the inner penumbra, a partial shadow created by an incomplete alignment between Sun, Earth, and Moon. This shadow gradually will become noticeable as the moon penetrates deeper into the penumbra. At 4:40 a.m., the The fun really begins as the moon begins to enter Umbra. The dark circle shadows of their spherical shape being projected by the external alignment of the sun, earth, and moon. The moon's face gets progressively swallowed by Earth's dark shadow. At 5:51 a.m., the moon will be totally immersed inside Earth's projected shadow. When it will appear to glow red, the color is created because Earth's hemisphere appears like a circular sunset sky around the entire periphery as seen from the moon. This red ring, as seen from the moon, filters all sorts of wavelengths of light, projecting a red light onto the moon's surface. At 7:07 a.m., after 1 hour and 16 minutes, the moon begins to emerge from Earth's dark red shadow. At 11 a.m., the moon entirely exits Earth's complete shadow. At 9:08 a.m., the moon finally exits Earth's partial shadow, concluding this entire lunar eclipse. As the moon descends towards our western horizon during totality, dawn will break in the east. The sun rises from that direction. We may be able to see the entire total phase of the eclipse before the moon disappears below our western horizon. The interplay of dawn's increasing light with the moon's visage promises to display a complex array of colors. Cameras ready and enjoy. Story starting Durango Herald. Skier dies in avalanche near Red Mountain Pass. A Durango man died in avalanche Sunday between Silverton and Red Mountain Pass. Skier was identified as Abel Palmer, 27, according to the San Juan County Sheriff's Office. According to his Facebook page, Palmer attended Telluride High School studied at Fort Lewis College and worked at the Durango Sports Club. Ethan Green, the director of the CIIC, said the team went to the site Monday to investigate the circumstances of the avalanche. It appears Palmer was backcountry skiing with one other person. Palmer's skiing partner, as well as other people in the area at the time of the avalanche, will be interviewed in coming days to help piece together what caused the slide. A final report should be ready on Friday, Green said. Green said the area is popular backcountry ski spot. With the avalanche triggered, some people went to help with the rescue while others alerted 911. Across southwest Colorado, avalanche danger remains relatively high, Green said. Because of dry conditions this fall and winter, there's a thin, weak layer of snowpack in the mountains. But now the larger storms are dropping more snow on top of the weak layer. It's likely it will give out and cause a slide. This avalanche wasn't very big, but in a very wrong place, it can be very dangerous, he said. And now here are dumb laws. In Massachusetts cities. In Burlington, you may not walk around with a drink. In Cambridge, it costs $50 extra for a permit for hurling soccer Gaelic football games in the public park on Sunday. In Hingham, you may not have color lights on your house if it can be seen from Main Street. You allow Main Street, you may want to paint, and you want to paint your house, the colors must be approved by the Historical Society. In Hopkins, though horses and cows are allowed on the common, dogs are permitted. In Marlborough, it's illegal to buy, sell, or possess a squirt gun. Silly string is illegal in the city limits. One may not detonate a nuclear device in the city. It's illegal for any citizen to own more than 2 dogs. And now for the weather with Hannah.
The current temperature is 27 degrees. The high for today was 31 degrees. The low was 14 degrees. The barometer is at 30.50 inches and is falling. The humidity is at 96%. The wind has been between 1 and 6 miles per hour from the northeast. Gusts have been up to 7 miles per hour from the northeast. There have been 0.0 inches, hundredths of an inches in moisture measured today by the DCTV weather station. Moisture for the month is 63 hundredths of an inch. Moisture for the year is 63 hundredths of an inch. And now for the big map. There is rain mixed with snow from Washington into northern California, and the snow continues east into Montana with a small area of snow in the northwest of Wyoming. That all there. The rest of the Pacific Northwest and the West and the center of the country is clear. Center of the country. North Minnesota is getting a little snow. Yeah. There's snow in Michigan's upper peninsula and in Maine. Rain mixed with snow is coming down from Michigan into Vermont and into South Carolina. The rain and thunderstorms are occurring with New Hampshire along with Atlantic coast through Florida. Yeah. Now here's your exclusive DCTV 5-day weather forecast. Wednesday, mostly sunny, high 39, low 20. Thursday, breezy, high 48, low 24. Friday, mostly sunny, high 37, low 17. Saturday, mostly sunny, high 38, low 21. Sunday, mostly sunny, high 46, low 24. Now for a climate change report. Carbon dioxide is one of the principal causes of climate change, and it is important that we report the CO2 weekly change. CO2 traps heat in the atmosphere, which causes climate instability, resulting in significant swings of moisture and hot and cold temperatures. But it is important to note that the overall long-term climate trend is that the planet is warming. The following are the CO2 numbers in parts per million. For the week of January 21st. Last week, 407.92. Week before last, 408.16. 1 year ago, 406.09. 10 years prior, 385.94. 50 years ago, 322.50. Thank you, Dr. Peter Tans of the National Oceanographic Atmospheric Administration and Michael McGee of the CO2.Earth website for this information. Remember, you can help keep our kids' news show on air by buying a sponsorship. To buy a sponsorship, just call 970-677-4119. Thank you. Now back to our news director.
And that is the end of today's DCTV 4-H news program. This is the sad news director from the New York Jets saying good night and thank you for watching.